siblings have college degrees, is that so?
Yes, that's correct.
So you were a little girl and you lived in a white neighborhood?
Yes, we did.
Suburban Denver?
Yes.
Black people never came to your house?
No. We didn't live in Denver. We lived in a suburb called Westminster. East Denver, northeast Denver is where blacks live. We lived in a suburb called Westminster.
And when did you first, tell them about, was it your big brother, huh?
Yes.
Tell me.
One of my brothers came home when I was 9 years old when this happened. One of my brothers came home and he was called a nigger at school. And he came home and my second oldest brother sat the four youngest children down and told them that we were black, but we were not going to go as black. And it was our family secret and not to tell anyone else. So we just discussed it within the household, never outside.
And should we call this a closet?
Yes. Yes.
And when did you come out of the closet?
I came out when I was 18, when I started college and wasn't around my family anymore.
You felt an obligation to your family to continue the, shall we call it, a lie?
Well, I think at first we were taught to pass, and I also did feel an obligation. And also, when it first came out, I know when I was told, I just thought I was adopted. I didn't like it very much. I didn't like being black or being told that I was black.
And then when you became 18, you said, why don't I like this? This is what racism is all about. Is that pretty much?
Yeah, when I went to college, I decided that that's what I was black, and I was going to see, well, I kind of thought I was black and white, so I was going to see the other side.
And did you wear an afro and dashiki, or how did this blackness, this newfound interest in being who you were express itself?
Well, first I tried to be political. I tried to join the Black Student Union. I could not. The blacks would not let me join. So the only way I first came out as black is by dating black men. That's where I first started getting the culture and learning about it.
Share with me just the pressure here. Being black means a certain signature, a visible persona. And did you think you didn't have it?
No, to us it wasn't like that. Passing isn't like that. Passing is when you're taught that if you expose a secret, you could end up dead. My mother told me and other people in the family, she taught us in her own way that if we exposed ourselves, that we could lose our lives behind it. She told a story about one of my sisters is dead, and we would ask, how did Octavia die? And my mother would tell a story about how they lived in a street on South May Street in Chicago. It was block by block integration. And my parents lived in a white block, and at the end of the block there was a black church. Well, they were going as whites, and the way my mother told it is that some people found out that we were black. They broke out the window. My sister, who was premature, died of pneumonia. So when she told that story, it wasn't to say, you know, what it said to me as a child is that if the secret got out, that we could end up dead. That's the way I took it as a child. But my mom, sometimes I think it really bothered her to pass. It bothered her a lot. When I was in the 6th grade, when I was 12 years old, I was in my 6th grade class, and there was a teacher there, and he was very racist. And Sammy Davis Jr. married Mae Britt, and he put up this newspaper article about that on the bulletin board, and he started saying some racist comments. And I said that I stood up and said I was black. So they put me out of school, got my mom in school, and said, you know, your child needs some help. And my mother stood up and said, you know, that we were black, and she got that teacher expelled. So there was a lot of times my mom seemed like when I couldn't keep the secret, she seemed to support me in it. So I think it always really bothered her to pass.
And where are you now with this, what shall we call it, dual identity? Tell me your...
I don't have a dual identity. I have two parents, and both of them are light-skinned blacks. And I know my history well enough. I don't have an identity problem. I am black. My consciousness is black. My concerns are about black issues and about black people. I have no problem with being black. I'm not multiracial. I'm not mixed. I'm black. Black and black makes black. So I don't have a problem with it.
All right.